You know what's funny to me is when people say that they first for their tea.
I didn't catch that. You jibbed
Did
out
I
there.
time out? Yeah, because I noticed that my picture sort of jumped a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's funny when British people say that they put their milk in first in their tea.
My mother does that. I
What
think
what
she picked
what's
that
the
up.
point of that? So that the milk doesn't curdle?
I don't fucking know. It doesn't. Yeah, it's something like to do with the heat of the. I don't fucking know. It doesn't curdle, so I put my milk in afterwards because I put so much milk in that I still have to microwave the teacup to make sure it's hot enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, I figured that putting cold milk will cool down the tea so you can actually drink it.
In terms of heat transfer, it should be the same either way.
Yeah?
Well, if you got cold milk in the cup and you put boiling water in, and you still cool, it's still cooling it down.
Yeah, but when I pour my tea, I know how much of the tea that I actually want, and then leaving a little bit of space of milk on there. If you pour the milk in first,
Well, I suppose if you do it enough, then you know exactly how much milk to
how
put
much
in.
milk to put in?
Yeah.
That's friggin'
I
crazy.
do it on I like you. I do it on colors. So I'm like, well,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
it's
Yeah. No, it's
it's
still too
white.
dark.
It's
Okay. Good.
white with a little bit of brown in it. That's enough.
Yeah.
Whoa, backlighting! Ah!
Have you
Hmm?
have you signed up for that Google thing where if you die and there's no activity on your Google account for so many months, you can designate you have up to 3 people to choose from, but they all get the same note. So if
Right.
you want to keep stuff like certain things private, then obviously you don't send it to you know you send it to the person you trust.
That's actually a good solution because I could send you my encrypted password database. In
Yeah.
fact, I could probably share it out on Dropbox so you have the always the most recent version. So that and the key file, and then have the password go out over Gmail if I don't log in for a
Yeah. If
certain
you
number
don't
of
log in
days.
after a certain amount of time and
People can't
access it.
handle can't handle like password management or anything like that. So
Yeah. No, that's fine.
and there's like
No, dude, I have you. I have
hundreds.
and I have my cousin. I have the three of you, and that's my main account, and then I have I think you for the Polyergos and the mother computer, which you would have to erase a few things that no
Very
one
good.
could ever see.
The OK Cupid.
Account, yeah.
Uh,
That's funny that you should say that because I do actually have one,
yeah, me too.
but not active. It's just old. I mean,
Oh no, mine's not
it's still
active.
active. Yeah. No, I mean the account's active, but I mean it's not.
I use it for meeting. I use it just for meeting friends. It's really hard though because it's designed for hookups,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like if you're not looking for that, it's actually harder to use. But
Yeah.
here because it's hard to meet other foreigners outside your own social circle, like
Sure.
really hard. That and actually a few people use it for that, so you can sometimes find people. And I've met some interesting people.
Speaking of that, I know some people who actually have met random people on Facebook. Have you experienced that where
No.
you like without meeting them first, you just had them add you as a friend?
Yeah, I don't add them back because like fuck them.
Yeah, but I mean, there wasn't any situation where like, okay, I've joined a couple of Facebook groups, and I don't count that because we have similar interests, and I've dealt with
Yeah.
some of those guys where I'll send them. We've done trades with like
Yeah,
certain
yeah. No,
vintage
Facebook groups are
stuff.
different because you frequently end up meeting those people.
Well, I haven't met anybody in person,
Oh,
but
okay.
I've just talked to them online and I've messaged them, and it was just easier to add them as because I have like certain things blocked. There's the other folder, but I rarely want to use that. I don't even want to use that. I want to use like the main inbox for that for the
Yeah,
messages.
and it's kind of random what goes into the other folder. It's like I thought it was okay. Anyone who's not friends with you who sends you a message, but that's actually not the case. I've received messages directly from people who aren't friends with me, so I
Yes.
can't figure
Yeah.
out why or like how that works.
Yeah, there must be some sort of connection between us, maybe, and that's how they're able
Yeah.
to contact us. But anyway, yeah, I find that annoying. But yeah, I like I said, like, I know people who have met other people on Facebook, and OkCupid seems like like a pretty good place to meet other people. Now, most people on that site are, like you said, looking for a hookup, but But where do you go? Like, there's what, LinkedIn? No. Twitter? Like, Twitter is not really, you don't have a
Reddit.
lot of choices. Reddit?
Yeah.
You just talk to people on Reddit and then meet up with
Somethingawful.com. It's like,
them.
I love reading those forums. I'm not sure I'd want to actually meet any of those fucking people.
Yeah.
I love the forums and I love those guys online. I think most of them would be very unpleasant to meet in person. They have meetups though. They have goon meetups, and there's probably one in Tokyo, but yeah, I don't really want to meet another goon.
Yeah, no. No,
Those forums are vicious.
those guys are weird.
Well, they're just vicious. They're just fucking vicious.
There's some people who just don't give a shit, and I think, okay, is it an age thing? Maybe they're just really young. Even as something as public as YouTube, where now people have to pretty much use their names and they're saying shit like they don't care,
Yeah.
like it's not gonna come back and haunt them.
I only go to YouTube to watch this. I never read the comments, and I'm not really. I don't. I could. You know what? It would probably be beneficial to me to be much more active on YouTube, but it's like the community is just. It's sort of like the YouTube community is like the opposite of the Flickr community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how so?
Well, the Flickr community is really famous for being like supportive and warm and welcoming, and YouTube, the community is famous for just being a bunch of fucking raging racist assholes.
Yeah.
Oh, misogynist! Don't forget misogynist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just like
Lots
the
of boo
lowest.
comments.
I guess maybe it's because it's video. It's like the lowest of the low. Whereas Flickr is like it's photography, and the people who actually like don't just store photos there, but are actually active and like talk to each other. They're
interesting. Yeah.
they're
So
artists. They consider
they're
themselves
artists.
artists, or at least amateur artists.
Yeah.
That's
Whereas any idiot can put a camera in front of them and shoot something.
yeah, the two idiots right here doing this, doing exactly that. Although I hope I'm not very racist or misogynist.
Guilty.